Hey, everyone. It is Jane with the Let's Get Loud podcast. Hello.
Good morning.
You guys are just wrapping up the holidays right now. It is December 30th. We've got tomorrow night. Do you guys have plans? I'm not talking to Alicia. I know what her plans are, and they are with me. But you, listener, do you have anything planned?
What is your outfit? You
Are
know
you
what your outfit is?
So here's the thing. I have a few really nice things.
Okay.
Yeah, so it all depends. It all depends on how where I'm going. Now I know where
Okay.
I'm going, but as in what vibe. So I
Okay.
have obviously that nice velour blazer with the gold. That's like you that
Oh,
I
yes.
choose happy. Like I
Yep.
feel like that needs to like come out and do its thing
Yes.
again.
Yes.
So I like that look. But then I had ordered a one piece suit from Shein for our after party for Let's Get Loud. But then we went straight up leopard. So that's in my closet and it's doing nothing. And it's very much like it needs to be New Year's Eve. Like you can't wear that. Like I can't wear that on date night though.
What color is it?
It is light pink and silver with
Mm,
shiny though. What's that? A sequence.
sparkles? Sequins.
So it's real
Wow.
loud and it's like bell bottom, like yeah, and
Okay.
it's like here. So you want attention, which I do. So
Okay.
am I going that way?
Okay.
But that's more like 80s vibe. That could be my vibe for New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Or I also have like my sequence blazer that I wore at the Fredericton show. Do you remember like the silver and black blazer that I have? That's also very
Oh, yes.
New
That's
That's
gorgeous.
very nice blazer. So that's also
Yeah.
very New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And then I bought this really nice shirt at Garage in Toronto. But I feel like there are more chances of other women wearing that shirt, although it's
Mm.
Garage. And like not every woman goes to Garage. Know what I mean? So
No. Unless they're going with their teenage daughters.
exactly, which is what happened, you guys. And then my mom was like, that would look so good on you. And I just like bought it without trying it on, but I tried it on the other day and looks so good. So it's like very much holiday. It has like flowers, like roses on it. So it's black, sheer,
Okay.
kind of like a corset with
Ooh.
roses on it. So that's a very
Okay.
New Year's Eve vibe as well. So I have
Okay.
too many options, is basically what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Yeah. What about
Okay.
you?
I'm gonna bring my gold boots out. I'm
Yes.
excited about that.
Yes.
Like
Okay.
they need
Just
another
that.
moment.
That's it. That's all.
That's it. I have that dress that we have similar dresses to that you wore to date night that I've definitely worn to New Year's Eve 3 different times, but it's like velour. It's like comfy. Well, it's really short, but it's like loose, so it's comfy at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's nice. That would have been another option for sure. That's a holiday thing for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I do have, that I wore it once on a show. It's like a white see-through shirt with little
Yes.
pearls on it.
No, don't wear that. Nope. Oh, yes. Okay. That I support. Yeah. I didn't
Mhm.
want you to wear the one where it's see-through, but it's lace. I'm like, no, you can wear that like anywhere. You know what I
No,
mean?
no, no. That's like not a New Year's Eve
It's not a New
outfit.
Year's Eve thing. It's more like a conference.
Yeah. I also have that bodysuit thing that's like my boobs are just like so nice.
Yes, I know exactly what you're saying. Yes, that's
But I
also
feel like I've worn that enough. And you can't forget that one.
people do forget. They do forget. Like sometimes I'm like, right, like not everyone's looking at every single detail that I post. Although hilarious this morning, I posted a picture of me, 526, and then Natty G's like, but what do you weigh today? Because I didn't write my weight.
That's funny.
I was like dead. And then I wrote
That's funny.
151. I was like, 151 was actually a good one, almost 150. She goes, oh, thank you. Just like the way it's like, merci.
Oh my gosh, she's so funny.
She's so funny. She's like, there was one time I don't know, we went to Tim Hortons together from the studio. It was like our event and whatever. So we were just like spending time together. And she's like, saw that you weigh 149 this morning. Even texted Brian about it. Josée weighs 149 today. I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious. And then you have this other girl that, I do that every day. She's like, what's that number? Like one girl answered, what's that number? I'm like, oh, it's my weight. And it's just basically to show transparency that like it's no big deal and it's just a part of the day. And that's how I set up my intentions and whatever. So that was funny. I like that she said that. But what do you weigh? I was
She's
like, oh,
funny.
she is funny. I really like her.
Okay, on the last podcast, we were just touching on your IBS.
Right. We were just touching just the tip.
Now,
Um,
here's the thing about shitting your pants
okay.
is if you have to like because people are gonna give you be
Advice.
prepared advice. And we all know Jose hates advice. But here's the thing about like stomach trauma is like you have to really care
Yeah.
to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like it's and it even
And it's
then
like
it's
situational. It's like this mixed with this, that your body didn't like that, you know? But
and
honestly,
you
sometimes I'm in like really weird situations where like you know what I mean? Like it's like I'm like, I didn't know that I was gonna get to this point, and now we're at Gusto and I'm having an episode in the bathroom. Oh my God, guys. So my best friend was like on her, like we're first time double dating. And I'm at Gusto and I had the,
burrata salad.
yeah, burrata salad. And girl, burrata did not, like I have, it was so bad that I have never eaten that salad again. I've never ordered it again. And it's not the burrata salad. I'd had the burrata, like it's not the burrata's fault. Like it is, it's so delicious. And if you order it, I will get a bite. But I ate the whole thing by myself. Basically, Jeff doesn't eat burrata salad and like they didn't want anything. So I ate the whole thing myself. And that is where it got bad. So I'm like sitting and it's like, and I'm like, so then I go, you know what I do? I play music when it's like so bad. I just like go to the bathroom and I play music right loud.
It in the public washroom.
Yes. I think it's best for everyone. I think, you know, it's weird, but you know what else is weird? Fucking shitting.
Listening to you shit.
Yes. Yeah. And you know, when it's like that bad, like it hurts. Like, you know what I mean? And you have to
Oh,
like wait till everyone's gone and you can't wait.
you can't wait.
Can't wait. So I just like, I feel like it's like a good way to kind of ease what's happening. Cause either way, you're going to find out what's happening.
Okay.
So I'd rather you just listen to, you know, J-Lo, Let's Get Loud.
So you said it's getting a little bit, you're noticing it's
Yeah,
a
I feel
bit
like it's getting
worse.
worse. Like it's like I notice that it's when I'm not eating at home anymore. I barely have it at home anymore because I don't eat a lot of roasted red pepper dip right now. So it's like it's way down. I don't even remember the last time. It's more when I go out to eat, when it's like different, anything different than my house food. And I'm like, "Ugh, am I at that point where like I need to like be careful?" And then you're at the restaurant and that's not fun to feel that way.
No, it's not fun.
Makes it for a long drive home.
Both my girls are struggling a little bit with their stomachs right now.
Oh, that's not fun. What's their like symptoms?
For sure, Phoebe has IBS for
Okay.
sure. She's it's been years that she's struggled with her stomach.
Yeah.
And a fun fact or not so fun fact, IBS is actually quite connected with anxiety.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like if the emotion and the physiological
Yes, because you
thing,
can feel sick. Yeah, makes
it's
sense.
quite triggering to then like have shitting stuff.
Yeah.
So like on Saturday, she had a really intense basketball game. And then she was in a situation where I was on a walk and she really wanted to do her curly girl hair routine.
Okay.
And Neil was rushing her.
Ah,
And one of her triggers during her anxiety is being rushed.
right.
And it was really important to her to do her routine. And she still struggles to be like Neil says, hurry up. And she still struggles to be like, actually, dad, like this is really important to me. Can we make a compromise? Do you know what I mean? He
Yeah.
just like straight shuts down.
Right.
Like, I need to send you the video she sent me, like crying, like
Oh,
her,
she
like
sent you a video while you're
while
on.
I'm walking. So there was a lot of anxiety on that day. And then
Oh
her
yeah.
stomach was like so bad.
Mm.
Anyway, so and our friend Jillian also struggles with her stomach. So I like reach out. I'm like, can you
Right.
help me? And she's basically like, bonne chance.
Yeah, no, vraiment. And now that we're talking about it, it is so like worse and worse, so connected. For me, I know what you're saying. Like if I'm nervous about something, for sure, then c'est pour sûr. So I see if you live with that on a daily, then obviously it has an impact. I'm thinking about when I'm ovulating. When I'm ovulating, my belly is so sensitive. Là, comme I like can't even finish a spin class. The minute I like, if I have lunch and then go to a spin class, like I can't even finish it. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like I
Like you have to stop your spin class and go have a
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, and then I talk to them from the thing.
No, you don't.
One, I do, and they laugh.
But what if they hear your shit?
But I turn it off when it's in the moment.
Okay.
Turn it back on so I can talk to them.
Luckily, your shit, when you're in this
It
moment, you
takes two
guys,
seconds.
literally 37 seconds and everything is out.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so I noticed like because my belly's just sore. Like sometimes I'm like, I'd love to be able to like have a second coffee, and I'm like, oh, like it's just not.
Uh,
No, like I can't have that. What was it? I was somewhere and she's like, "Oh, would you like?" I'm like, the way I'm already feeling kind of like whatever, and I'm like, I'm ovulating. It's just like so it's hurting already. I'm like, oh, the minute I put something in my mouth, like it's gonna be gone. No. Anyways, it's a good calorie deficit. Like as in like I'm just like, I don't think I can handle it right now.
like it's like not worth it because you know what it
Yeah, because
could.
I know I'm gonna be sick and I'm at the arena. Like, no,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it's just I won't eat. Like, I'll just be like, ugh, I'll just like skip it. So yeah, so that's what's happening there. But like my period definitely has a massive impact on the way my belly feels for sure. I mean, I feel
Do you
like a
think
lot.
that you're gonna make any changes or try and learn more? Or are you just like, I'm gonna live with it for now type thing?
Yeah, I think I like that I've like pinpointed it's when I'm eating out, when like it's nothing in my home that it's literally the restaurant. Like it's more on a Saturday, Sunday, like if I eat out. And I've like pinpointed coffee mixed with uh a lot of food. So like if I go to
Like a
like
brunch.
yeah, like a brunch, oh no, no. Coffee, let it sit, then
Okay.
then we eat.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's just like a mix, like oh no, no, no,
Yeah.
like that. Anyways, I feel like it's just gonna get worse as I get older. I feel like you just get more sensitive to things.
It just everything gets worse.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
And then poor
Okay.
Piper
Oh,
has she's been I have not dealt with it, but I there's it's almost like you know how they say like gut microbiome, like
right.
it's like something is not doing what it needs to be doing in her gut.
Why do you
It,
know that?
well, I can like smell.
Okay.
Like poop is supposed to smell, but like not like that.
Okay.
And
Okay.
her belly's sore and she's having loose stool. And ironically, it's actually showing up on her face. It's almost
Oh,
like a rash, which again is
yeah,
common
there,
if you
yeah.
have gut issues for it to show up on your face.
Okay.
So I was kind of like hoping it would just go away like magic,
Yeah, of course.
but I'm
Like,
going to try her on a probiotic and see if I can get her gut microbiome back to normal. Oh, like I have to feed you,
yeah.
clothe you.
Now I have to fix your gut microbiome.
Make sure
I
you
thank you so much. Make sure
like
you're
I
happy.
you're happy, you have clean laundry, you get to skating, and now I'm fixing your gut microbiome.
I can only do so much.
I'm
I'm
out.
out. Figure this out
Oh.
yourself. It's a lot.
Anyway,
It's a
it's a
lot.
lot.
It's a lot.
Do you want me to order you some probiotics as well?
I could totally do that, right?
You could. That wouldn't be the worst idea.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
And like sometimes I'm like, oh, the way my gut feels, like the way just it feels, I'm like, oh, it's not good. I feel like it's like irritated. You know what I mean?
Aw, that's not fun. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
It's uh
Okay, so besides
okay.
shitting your pants less in 2025, new year, new you, is there
I don't even know if that's a part of my goals.
now?
Getting less.
What's on your agenda?
You know what? Honestly, it's fun to have a fun new year smell thinking about it. And I feel like you and I like love that side of life. Like just like thinking about like, oh, what really again, I always like I'm gonna uh lead with what excites me. I want to do more of that. I did a great job of that in 2024, doing more of what excites me. And I just think I'm going to continue on to that path, but now with a year under my belt of shit that excites me. So it's like, okay, what really gets you going? So more speaking, more like fitness classes for sure, where like again, I connected to like if you weren't working or didn't have, Jeff or a relationship, if you didn't have kids, what would you do with your time? Money's not really an issue. How would you spend your time? I would be doing a million fitness classes because I would just have the time to do whatever I would want. So I'm like, hey, well, clearly there's a message there. I would do speaking gigs. I would offer, I would just like talk to people, like talk So I just want to do more of that. So I feel like I'm like tuning into that for sure. Mindset, keep on. That journey's been like really good for me in 2024. But like shit happens, right? And plot twists, like there's always like kind of things that happen when you don't expect it. So can't plan for that. Just basically be ready for it, I guess. But yeah, we have like some really fun ideas. Kids are growing up and it's like I really enjoy their age right now, or they're like funny and not annoying that much, like unless they have microbiome issues. um but it's pretty status quo, very similar to last year, just more of that. Like you just try to do more of what excites you while you're living your life.
Yeah, and I think you and I don't wait until January
Yeah,
1st
no,
to
like
like
as we started, yeah,
we're
exactly.
constantly in like at some points in my life it's more of a focus, but like I'm constantly in, I don't know, I want to say self-improvement, but just
Oh yeah.
connected
Connecting. Yeah,
personal
building.
development, like just connected to being my best. And that's not a destination. Like
No.
that continues, you know?
Yeah, and I think guys, if you can have something, if you're not sure, it's like, okay, what really gets me excited? And then some of you don't know, like you
Yeah.
haven't really connected to any type of excitement or things that you love because you're just serving other people all the time. And I just feel like you can serve other people, like that can be a part of your happiness, but it's like you can serve yourself as well. Like you can be on that list of serving. So it's like, oh, I'm, connecting with this relationship is important to me, this relationship is important to me, but you're your own relationship as well, and that can just be on the list. Like that would be the first start. And how do you connect to things that excites you? It's when you're experiencing it, you're like, oh, that was fun, then do more of that. And no, you can't, maybe every weekend or, but like you can just more of that. So whatever's on
Yeah.
that list of how you would spend your time, is there any way that you could do more of those things?
I
um
love that.
yeah, so I want to do more step aerobics for sure. So not unfortunately, but like at my studio, I have step aerobics instructors. They know that I want to replace them whenever they can't make it. But I was like, oh, I would love to like offer, because it's so, I see it as happiness. Honestly, I'm like, it can bring so much joy for like a group of people to get together and do that. Like, look, when we did it with our friends, like it was fun. Like it was a fun afternoon where you guys came down and we did a step class. Like it's
Oh
1980.
my God. That was literally, I would do that 3 times a week.
Yeah, that's right fun.
So fun.
Yeah.
I
So
really loved that I sweat there too.
yes.
Because
Yeah.
like the room gets a little bit warm
Yes.
too. And like, because
Yeah.
I
And
don't often,
the body heat, like from people.
yeah.
So do you think there's, now I'm not saying that I'm doing this, you guys, so don't come like, yeah, I'll come here. But do you think there's a market for because that's something I can travel with, like the steps in my trunk. You know what I mean? I know. But like I wouldn't, like that would not be like a big part of my life, but like I'm doing more of that. Like imagine bringing the steps at like a workplace for like a work activity. Like how fun would that be? Know what I mean? Or like
No.
within friends. Anyways, what I can say out loud is that I am working on doing a class in Riverview, basically doing it for Alicia.
Yes, finally.
Yeah, so I'm gonna bring the steps to there's a gym there in Riverview, and I like offer where they're gonna do like a fundraiser with that class or whatever. So I'm trying to get a date out of her. Should be like January, like it's gonna be a Friday. I was like Friday 5:30, that feels right to me. 6 p.m. whatever. So I think maybe the 13th. That's what I'm looking at. But anyways, like keep your eyes, ears open for that, Alicia, or
Can't
anyone
wait.
in review. But
Can't.
imagine going like PD days for the teachers. Right fun. Know what I mean? I would love that. I just like bring joy. It's like Buddy the Elf, bringing joy to people.
Joy in my steps.
Yes, and they realize that like exercise doesn't have to be like intense, or it's intense, but you can have fun at the same time. No. And it's all
Yeah.
the energy and the music. No, I
And
know.
not take yourself too seriously. I think the sometimes when people, especially in the coworker environment, they might be worried about like looking silly, you know?
Okay, can we talk about that?
Because
Looking,
you're really good at not caring about that.
yes. And
I'm not as good.
I would love to spread more of that. I think that like my one of the conversations that we're gonna have at La Femme qui S'aime is the one of the biggest issues is worrying what people think. Like as women about everything, about how we act or what we say, what we look like or what we wear, or like a band. Like, I just feel like if you can create that relationship with yourself, like you understand why you do the things, and like also who decided what's weird and what's like silly. Like what does that even mean? Like, and yeah, some people can be silly because it's who they are, but some people are silly and they stop themselves in front of certain people because of no one. We stop ourselves in front of no one because this is who we want to be. Not everyone's silly, not everyone's loud, not everyone wants to be funny, but some people are, and they'll
Yeah.
stop themselves in front of coworkers or certain people because I don't know what they'll think. I think we just lose that like fun side of us as we get older because we're
Yeah.
so worried about what people will think. And it starts right young. Like sometimes
Yeah.
they'll be like, Mom, like, because I get silly and
Yeah.
the girls at dance or whatever. And
Yeah.
let's do sexy, let's go, girls. And then Dia's like,
Oh, really?
but then they secretly love it. They secretly
Yeah.
love it. They laugh, they love my energy. So, like, it brings fun, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you definitely are good at bringing fun. But I realized that like a lot of what was holding me back from actually like going back to the gym was my like need to feel like I am competent at
Mm,
everything. Like, well, I won't know what machine, I won't know where machine, I might not know how what to work. Like I might not know how to work the lockers. Like how dumb is that?
yeah. And
Like
you're
that holds me back a lot.
that holds back a lot of people, Alicia, about all the things like, what if I don't know how to do step? Or, and also like, there's another issue where I find that people don't follow through. Like, oh,
Okay.
that would be right fun. And then nothing. Like, if it's not right fun, don't say it's right fun. And also the following through. There's a lot, I see that a lot in both our businesses, like Soul and Your Weight Loss. It's like you keep saying you want something, but there's no follow through on it. And I'm like, but it's
I
for impressing someone, you know?
I find that very frustrating, actually, is the words that aren't meeting the actions
Yeah.
and just the like because I'm very careful. Like I'm not going to say that I'm going to do something unless I'm going to do something,
Hmm.
and that's important. That's a relationship I have with me. Like because I'm building trust and confidence in me.
Yeah, because
And
you love
with
them.
my kids, I
Yeah.
don't tell my kids I'm going to do something unless I'm going to do it, right? Because what's important to me is that they trust me, that I'm going to show up for them
Yeah.
and that relationship. And we should have that same relationship with ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a relationship with yourself, top priority. Top priority. At the end of the day, you are with you until the end. And I just feel like everything else is just life, and life's gonna happen and shitty things are gonna happen. And if you have like that like really good love and respect for your life and you know you have your back, I mean, that's everything that you'll ever need, you know? I just feel
Yeah.
like it's so important. But we like kind of put it on pause, thinking that we have forever, that we'll get it back, that right now
Yeah.
it's not about you, but you don't know if you have tomorrow. Like it's just, I'm like, oh, you're wasting time. Like you're wasting
Yeah.
time now.
Yeah.
So just like it's just connecting. Okay. So that's what's up for me in 2025. Just I basically status quo, very similar to 2024. But 2024 had like a massive plot twist at the beginning. But then it's like now I feel right stable in regards to like, okay, I really am key, and I'm still so young. Like when I think about it, I'm like, I haven't hit 40 yet. And I know that there's a lot that happens when you hit 40 and the kids keep growing. Like there's so much Josée to come. Like I'm still like becoming who I am. So this is just who I am right now in 38, what interests me. And then it keeps going. So fun.
Love
What
you
else?
so much. It's good.
Okay,
Good.
what about you?
I feel like 2024 was kind of like a hard year for me. Like it's like I started the year like with significant joint pain. Like I went to Hawaii the end of January in a boot,
Yeah.
like and I wasn't sleep. My joint pain was so significant that I wasn't sleeping. And
Mhm.
then that was hard. Like I like and sometimes when you're in moments like that, you don't realize how hard it was until like you're out of it.
Better a little bit, yeah.
And I just think about like my lack of sleep and just how much pain I was in and just like figuring that whole thing out. It was like a big year for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm proud of sticking with it. I like, and from like the beginning of January to now, I'm down 10 pounds, which isn't, people might be like, oh, big deal, 10 pounds in a year. I'm sorry, it is
Oh,
a
it's
big
a
deal.
big deal. Yeah, big
It's
deal.
a big deal. And also where I'm at with my wellness and my health, like that's a significant on my body, you
Oh
know?
yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And I'm just going in, I feel like I'm going into 2025 having kind of figured it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say like maybe more knowledgeable, like in regards to like that season of your life, like where you are.
Yeah. And like so, and I've created new habits of like taking my supplements, just starting going to the gym. We're not calling that a habit yet. Um, Drinking less alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, like I've really made some
That was a
significant,
massive change in your life. Like less alcohol, like I didn't think that
massive.
I would see that. Know what I mean?
No, no.
It's a big part of like how you lived your life, and
My
part
identity.
of like identity, happiness. It just shows how like I said I would never drive to St. John. Know what I mean? You said you never ever said that you would never drink, but it was definitely a big part of just lifestyle, just like how you like do things and like whatever. And it was a pretty big change. And I love as well, like you didn't make a big scene of it. It wasn't like I need a medal because I did this. Like it was really much like you started to realize how it made you feel to not, you know what I mean? And you shut down the noise and you got curious about like what it would feel like to not be using alcohol as a part of like the daily or the weekly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it was just something that I was flirting with and I didn't make it a big deal and I wasn't like,
All
okay,
of
and then
this,
I'm
all
never
of
gonna
this.
drink again, or I just flirted with it. I gave myself, I keep saying this. Guys, if there's something you're curious about, give yourself the opportunity to just experience what it would feel like.
Yeah.
Like just go to one holiday party and don't drink, or go to one holiday party and drink less. And then you gave yourself that experience, and then you get to like figure out if that was for you or not.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm
But it's like the
excited.
following through. It's following through.
It's following through. So I'm excited because I feel like I'm finishing the year really connected,
Yeah.
feeling like healthier and having more energy. And
Yeah.
I really feel like finally, like in 2024, my focus really did shift from weight loss to wellness.
Yeah.
Like it was, I'd basically been losing weight my whole adult life,
Yeah.
and it really has switched to wellness.
Yeah. It really has.
Like going to the gym and lifting weights, I don't care if I'm up on the scale because I'm sore, because that's not what I'm doing. Like I'm not doing it to look a certain way. I'm doing it because I know it's an important part of me aging powerfully, which is my goal.
Yeah. Yeah. And feeling, yes, yes. And it's so nice when we like almost like a extra bonus is when you're doing something to make yourself feel better today, but it's actually going to like it's actually good in the long run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's when you're doing something that feels good today, but you know in the long run it's something that's not going to pay off, you know?
Yeah.
So all of what we're doing, it's like such, oh man, like moving your body, if we could just like honestly, I was thinking this morning how moving my body, like spin, is a way for me to cope when I feel overwhelmed, when I feel busy. It's like my coping way, and like how lucky am I that my coping way is actually really good for my health as well, mentally, physically, whatever. Where coping could be alcohol, smoking, like coping can be so many different things. Um, and that you want positive things for yourself when you're coping, that you're not putting a band-aid, that you're actually like doing something, because if you feel stressed and overwhelmed, doing exercise is actually helping the stress and the overwhelmness, or being with people or whatever lights you up, right? Could be going out for a walk alone or breathing, that is actually a coping mechanism that helps with stress, whereas like drinking yourself to sleep or a bottle of wine is not actually helping with the stress. Then the next day you feel like shit, and then the situation that you felt stressful is even more stressful because now you lack sleep, you know? So there are coping ways. And again, am I lucky? Am I not? I don't know. I don't know why exercise has always been a part. It doesn't matter if I was heavy or not. Like exercise has always been a part of like something that I enjoyed, like moving my body, like that adrenaline or whatever, since I was young, honestly. But there are things that I did that I did not enjoy. And I was very honest with that. Like, oh, that was not like when I ran a half marathon and never ran again. Like never ran again. not 1 kilometer after.
Really?
No, never ran again. So like that was clear. Like I hated the training for it, and it wasn't even worth it the day of the friggin' race. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, done. Yes. Like that's when you know it's not. It doesn't light me
Yeah.
up to be alone and to, you know what I mean, run hours at
No.
a time. Like just that it was just like, no, like
Gross.
yeah, exactly. That did not do it for me. So you gotta go find it, but
Yeah.
don't live that experience because you're afraid of using the app or walking into a room where you know no one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of that. What are good people think? Is that, I had this girl that came and she was very sore after her first class. And she's like, so if I go again, like I'm gonna have to stay seated the whole time. Is that insulting? I'm like, no. The fact that you would think what? Zero insulting. Zero. We don't care.
No.
And I thought of this the other day because we always care what people think. Like we spend so much time um not judging, but could be judging, evaluating, thinking about what people might think or what people. So I'm like, listen, if everyone's doing that, no one's thinking about you, right? I'm spending my time thinking about what people might be thinking, so I'm not thinking of other people. So that's the
No.
other people, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's doing their own shit. Everyone's living their own shit. Everyone's thinking about
Big time.
themselves way
Big
more
time.
than you're thinking about you.
Big time.
So might as well be a positive space when you're thinking about yourself, because that's actually how you spend your time, your thinking space. 99% of the time, you're thinking about yourself and
Yeah.
not other people.
Yeah.
But you're thinking about yourself in a negative way, wondering what people are thinking. They're actually thinking about themselves in
Yeah.
a negative way, thinking about what, like, so we're all just doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So when your thinking space can be positive about yourself and you can have that, like, you have your back, you have self-love, you want the best for yourself, like you're your bestie, then it's a good space to be in.
Yeah.
You're not spending all that energy worried or guilty or whatever, what people
Yeah.
think. And it does not come with a certain, it's almost like we say happiness doesn't have a look. Well, guilt is the same. Like my mom opened up the other day because my mom's a people pleaser, right? So she spends her whole like day making sure that everyone's good. And it was her birthday. And I'm like, okay, so these are your options. We can do Shidyak and do, Adorable Chocolat, or we can go to Moncton and do Pure and Simple. Either way, I need to go to Moncton, and she loves coming for a drive. Like that's her thing. Like that's her love language, like being a passenger and just following me or my dad or whatever. And she couldn't even choose where she wanted to go.
Oh,
Like, oh, nah, like you choose. I'm like, nah, like this is your birthday. How could you not? Like, I'm sorry, on my birthday, I don't even give you options. Like, this is where I
yeah.
want to go. And this is, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, Mom,
Yeah.
just like choose a freaking restaurant. She's like, Vrema, I'm just so happy you're bringing me. And I'm like, she's not going to choose. Like, I know her so much. I'm like, she's not going to choose. I had to choose for her. I'm like, well, we're going to Moncton. I'd love Pure and Simple. Let's go there. She's like, okay. And then we talked about, I'm like, Mom, see, like, you couldn't even choose which restaurant you wanted to go to on your birthday. Like, if you on your birthday can't even like choose you, like imagine, right? Like imagine. And so we talked about guilt, and I was like, I feel like you have a lot of guilt even if you've been a people pleaser your whole life. So it doesn't have a look, right? Guilt, you think, oh, if you people please everyone, you never feel guilty. It's not how it looks, because it's a thing that you build in your own brain that you didn't make the right decision, or you're not people pleasing enough, or. And she's like, I feel guilty 24/7. And
Oh,
I know it, I see it in her. Like she says something, and then I'm like, don't feel guilty for what you just said. That's what you wanted to say. Like that you want it to be firm, and you can be firm. Like, yes, say no to me. Say go. Say
yes.
go do your own shit. Say
Okay.
that to me. Thank God she has me, yeah. I'm like, stop feeling guilty. Like you literally all you do is like go for what, but she's like, oh, but sometimes like I really don't want to go there. And then I'd say I don't want to, but then she feels like shit for saying no or saying whatever. I'm like, oh, bah. Like, we need to fix you. She's like, oh, it's been 67 years. She said, I'm like,
Aw.
oh, but like, and she's better. She's better, but still, she still like always has that like tiny guilt. Always like, you know what I mean? Like, was that the right thing? And I'm like,
I
see,
hate that emotion, actually. Like I
I hate that
hate
emotion.
I also realize one of my most like emotions that I don't like to sit with is regret,
Okay.
which sometimes almost like holds me back from making a choice or doing something because I'm worried I'm going to regret it.
Okay. You're worried about the road not chosen.
And I find when I do regret something, it like haunts me for a while.
I see.
Like I replay it in my head over and over and over. When I do something that I regret, I like can't just let it go. Like it
Okay.
takes so yeah,
That's so interesting.
yeah, yeah.
For
It's just
me,
the
it's
way our brains
social
work. And
anxiety. For me, social anxiety.
yeah, and people would never
I
think that
know.
about you.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I can rethink something I said over and over and over and over and over, and then I want to have my back, and I'm like, Josée, you know why you said that? This is the, and then I calm down the feeling with just understanding why I said the thing, and that if she took it that way, that's not. I know that's not how I wanted to say it, and that's like it's exhausting, but like it's a part of it. And okay, we gotta go. But like I saw this thing where it's like I feel like I'm such a deep thinker. And so I can't have like just surface level conversations. And so I get deeper and then I see the person's completely lost at what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm like, well, maybe. And then I have social anxiety about being that person. You know what I mean? So
No,
I should just do just surface.
no, we love you for that.
Okay. Whew. Okay.
Before they go, we need to tell them there's a free trial.
Oh, there's a free trial.
We
There is
should have
a
said it at the
free trial.
beginning, but we didn't.
Free trial, everyone. Right now, go and sign up. Free trial. Amazing things coming at your weight loss. 2025 is
Yes.
your year to lose weight your way
Yes.
and switch up that mindset.
Yes.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.